Hello everyone, in this video we're having a look at 3 drum patterns that are used in electronic music. I'll show you guys how you can program drums for trap, techno and house music. If you're enjoying this type of content, please give me a thumbs up. Also remember to subscribe to the channel to show me a little bit of support. In order to build the drum patterns today, I'm going to use Ableton Live. These principles can be applied in any DAW. The first pattern we're covering today will be for trap music, because trap music is gaining a lot of popularity lately. Trap music is what I would call a broken genre, and what I mean by this is that the kick and the snare don't hit in the same time. We're going to build our drum pattern on this sample that I picked here. The samples that we're going to use today are a kick, a clap, closed hat, and an open hat. So I'm going to start with my claps. I'm going to layer this on every third beat. Next we are layering our kick, and we said that we don't want our kick to hit in the same time as the clap. Next we have hi-hats, and usually hi-hats in trap music are built in 8 notes. Hi-hats are all about those rolls, and rolls are actually smaller increments of the 8 notes, so we can build our rolls in 32 or 64 notes. I'm going to build mine in 32 notes. And also give you guys a tip: you can increase or decrease the grid size in Ableton by pressing command 1, that will decrease the grid size, or command 2, that will increase it. Let's see where I want my first roll to be. So this is going to be my first roll. This is the second one, and this one. Another trick that we can use to add a little bit more movement to our hi-hat pattern is use triplets. In order to switch to a triplet mode, you can press command 3. And I will delete this last 2 notes, and I'll put my triplets in. Let's see how it sounds. We can add even more movement in our hi-hat pattern by playing with the pitch. You can go to your drum rack, go to the sample, transpose, right click, show modulation, and basically this will allow you to pitch up and down the sample. You can duplicate this, consolidate it, and now you have your drums for a trap track. Next we're going to build drums for the techno genre. The techno genre has a BPM between 125 and 132. I do have a sample here that I picked, and we're going to build drums for this sample. The sample sounds like this. Okay, for my drums, I'm going to use the following samples. I have a kick, hi-hat, another hi-hat, a percussion, and a shaker. In techno genre, we have a 4 on the floor drum pattern, which means that we have a kick on every beat of the measure. So we're going to layer that now. Next, we are building the hi-hats, and for the hi-hats, we're going to use 16 notes. And because in techno the drums generally have a lot of drive, we want to impose some kind of movement in our drum patterns. And the good way to do this is to play with the velocity of the hi-hat pattern. So I'm going to try to impose a upward wedge movement in my hi-hats. And next, we are placing the second hi-hat on every third of the beat. So remember, in 16 measures, we count our beats like this: 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and so my next hi-hat, the close hi-hat if you want, would be on the end. So that would be the third beat, is going to be this guy. All right, next we are moving on to percussion. Again, percussion is written in 16 notes, same as our hi-hats. So what we can do to make it a little bit less clashing with the hi-hats, we can reverse the movement we have in the velocity of the hi-hats. So my percussion will actually have a downward wedge movement. So I actually did this wrong. I should do only 4. Select this guys, and this will go down. Remember, to create a wedge or a straight line to your velocity, you press the command key and then you drag the mouse over the area with the velocities you want to change. Next, we can add shakers. Again, we're writing in 16 notes the pattern of the shakers. And you can feel that it starts sounding a little bit robotic. So what we can do is we can take this percussion off. Here, maybe we can use triplets. And now let's get back to the shakers. And we said that our shakers do start to sound a little bit robotic, so we want to add more movement. To do this, we can also play with the swing of the notes. Every DAW will have this option. In Ableton, we call this groove. So let's have a look at how my sample sounds with the groove and without the groove. So this is with the groove. This is without the groove. So I'm going to keep the groove. So let's see how our drum loop sounds now. Okay friends, the last genre we are building drum patterns for today is house music. House music is another dance genre that has a 4 on the floor beat, which means that we have a kick hitting on every beat of the measure. The BPM ranges from around 114 to 125. The sample that I picked here is actually at 124 BPM and it sounds like this. Okay, so we said that we have a kick hit on every beat. And next, the important thing in house music, as any dance music genre, is the backbeat. We have a snare or a clap hitting on every backbeat, on the 2 and on the 4. Next, we need to layer the hi-hats. Hi-hats are written in 16 notes as well. A good idea would be to add a little bit of swing to our hi-hat. So let's pick one. The next thing we need to layer is the open hat. But because in house music we actually try to imitate a real acoustic drum kit, we will not be able to have a closed hi-hat hitting at the same time as an open hi-hat. So I'm going to layer my open hi-hat on the 3rd. In 16 notes we are counting 1 E and A, so my open hat would be on the end, on the 3rd. So I'll layer that and take out the closed hi-hat, and I'll leave this measure without any open hi-hat. So right now we have a basic house music pattern going on. Of course, there's a lot of ways we can improve this pattern, and maybe we want to add another short hit of the closed, of the open hi-hat here. A nice trick that we can try in house music is to take out the kick in the last measure. That's pretty much it for house music as well. That was it for today's video. We went through a couple of ways to improve basic drum patterns in electronic music. I do hope you guys are enjoying this video. Give me a thumbs up. Drop comments in the comment section below if you have any suggestions for next videos. Also, please subscribe to my channel. Until next video, have a great weekend. Thank you guys.